I'm Tracy, and I'm really excited to have some live bodies in the studio. And those of you joining online, even though there's no one here yet, I've been told people watch. Super glad that everyone's here. And we're going to start on our backs. We're going to start in supine position. So it doesn't matter which way your head faces on your mat. And if you're joining in at home, just find a very comfortable position and just lie down in Shavasana. Shavasana, Sanskrit for corpse pose. It does not at all mean that we are dead. It just means our body is going to take the most restful position possible. We're going to send our feet long on the mat. Just let the feet flop open to each side. Send the arms long to the sides. The palms can face open up to the sky if you've got a lot of energy this afternoon that maybe you want to get rid of. Or if maybe you're tired, the palms can face down to the earth, maybe absorb some of the energy that the ground has to always offer us. And a suggestion to just close off the eyes and begin to focus in on the breath, sealing off the lips. And gently allowing the in-breath to begin to fill the body with that vital oxygen that is so good for all of our organs, our bloodstream. And on the exhale, just beginning to let go of our day. Allowing the body to become heavy, letting gravity just take over. Just a natural cadence breath, just your natural rhythmic breathing. Absorbing the sounds in the room, wherever you are. Coming into the moment, to this place, right here, right now. Our first movement this afternoon is slight and gentle. Raising the right hand and gently placing it over the heart region. Just allowing yourself to feel the chest rise on the in-breath. Gently taking the left hand and placing it over the tummy. The elbows may or may not be touching the ground. So your muscles in the arms may be engaged or may not. Begin to allow the mind's eye to focus in on the rise of the chest and the fall of the chest with your breath. Settling your mind, calming your thoughts, and stilling your spirit. Taking a few more rounds of breath here, setting an intention for our practice together this afternoon, a satnam, an I am statement. It's set in the present moment. I am. And yogis, it may simply be that. I am. Perhaps you'd like a little more. But it is not something that is in the past or in the future. It is a current statement. I am strong. I am healthy. I'm happy. I am alive. I am content. I am worthy. I am love. Gently bringing the hands back down to the sides. Drawing your knees gently upwards and bringing the soles of the feet to meet and touch. We're going to begin by taking the right leg up high to the sky and cross it over the left leg. Gently rising the left leg so that the calf is parallel to the ground. We'll begin with a supine twist. So cactus out the arms, or you can bring them to a T, and then gently allowing the legs to float over to the left. Allowing the legs to gently float to the left, using the core of the body as strength here. And then if you need to adjust, we want the spine to still be on the mat. So if you find that the legs have allowed you to kick yourself off a touch, just readjust. Twisting the spine in this way gets that spinal fluid that may have been stagnant all day long because you just were standing or sitting. Really creates some great movement here, while still allowing us to stay in the moment with that satnam. An added twist can occur if you lift the neck just a little and take a peek over to your right. So the legs are pointing in one direction and you're looking in the opposite direction. And then gently, with care, just relax the body. Let the shoulders fall away from the ears. Let the hips relax, the knees relax. Nice deep inhale breath. And then yogis, when you're ready, with care, gently bringing the knees back to a neutral position. Uncross the leg, sending the right leg up high to the sky. And then bringing the soles of the feet to meet. And then send the left leg high to the sky. And then cross the left leg over the right. Now tucking that belly button into the core, Uddiyana Bandha, an energy lock. Immediately I feel the round of my spine come out of the back, touches the mat. Lift the the right leg up so that your calf is parallel to the ground. Use the strength in the core of your body to lower your legs over to the right. The shoulders should stay firmly planted on the ground. And if you need to readjust so that your spine is nice and straight on the mat, feel free. An added twist, if you would like to lift the head just a little and peek over to the left. Just relax. Let your shoulders relax from your ears. Sometimes I'll tickle the earth. Noticing the breath here is a little more restricted as the lungs are a little twisted. With each in and out breath, allowing the body to deepen the stretch just by 1 or 2%. And taking your time because we're in no hurry. Gently rising the legs back to neutral. Sending that left leg high to the sky. And then bringing the feet to meet. Draw your knees into your chest and give yourself a big hug. And then send your feet long and your arms long for a full body stretch. And then we're going to roll over to the left side. This is a supine tree. So I love it because I don't have to really balance a lot. I'm going to use my hand as a kickstand in front of me to keep me from wobbling side to side because gravity always wins in yoga and in life. And a supine tree, I'm going to begin by flexing my feet as if I were truly on the ground. If at any time your feet become tired of this, please feel free to relax them. But this is building muscle in my calf muscles. Brooke, if you want to turn to, yeah. So I'll start by gently bringing my right leg is just going to very gently glide up the leg into a tree position and hold. And then I'm gonna take it all the way up high to the sky with a point and then flex to bring it all the way back down to the ground. Okay, that is the basic movement. If I'm looking to increase any sort of muscle strength, I'm going to tuck my belly button into my spine and I'm going to pull my pelvic floor up to meet that energy lock. So it's like a drawstring. I pull it all in and all of a sudden I find myself a little more difficult in my balance. but I am then creating a little more difficulty in the asana, in the pose. Okay, so it's a yogi's choice. If you're looking to build anything in the abdominal region, then tuck in that belly button. If you just want to do some leg work, just do some leg work. Slowly gliding the foot up the leg for tree pose. Belly button tucked in, pelvic floor pulled up, and then pointing the toe all the way up, flex, all the way back down. And then yogis, it's your choice. How fast you go, how much care you take. This can be a quick motion. It doesn't have to be pointed toes. I can use it more as a strength builder. It can be done at home. It can be done on the beach. It can be done while watching TV. You'll feel this one when you try to go to the bathroom tomorrow, if you do a lot of them. It can be done as a mindful, calming activity. I love this asana in yoga. I don't have to practice my balance a lot, and I get to really work on strength if I choose. So we'll take just a few more rounds of breath for you to go at your pace before we move on.
Unknown caller.
Sorry. One more, make it count. Awesome. Find some stillness. And then we're going to bend both legs. And we're going to do a few clams. So we're going to kind of burn out this right leg. So in a clam pose, my knees are together at the moment. I'm going to bring my toes up. My toes are going to remain touching, and I'm just going to open up my knees. And I'm going to put my knees back together. Open the knees, close the knees. Open and close. And then this just continues. I wanted to just demonstrate a few yoga poses, asanas, that can be done lying down anywhere, anytime. There's no requirement for any machinery. You don't need any props. These are very simple moves. This is another one where you can Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha, tuck in that belly button, and really work out the thighs, the gluteus maximus, the hamstrings, the quadriceps. And as soon as you feel like you cannot do one more, by all means, lower the feet back down. I'm going to do two more before I die. One, and I can do one more, and lower back down. And now for a break, let's roll onto our backs. Bring your right leg up high to the sky and bring your right ankle to your left knee. And now this beautiful space has been created for you to send your right hand through this beautiful opening and clasp your hands behind your left knee And then bring in that left leg towards your chest. And let's stretch out your right leg after you have worked it so hard. Well deserved. Some left ankle rolls might feel nice here. Don't forget to breathe. I just forgot. And when you're ready, unclasp the hands. Send both feet long. Full body stretch might feel good. And then we're gonna roll to the right side. And yogis in studio, if you still wanna be facing my direction, you can just flip your head the other way. My yogis. So tree pose on this side. I've got my kickstand that I use for balance because this is not a balancing posture. I'm gonna flex my feet, tuck my belly button in, breathe, and begin. Just drawing the leg up. And in a tree pose, I can stop here. I can stop here. And then I'm sending the leg straight up to the sky. I'm about to fall over. And then flex and bring it back down. Gently drawing the leg up. High to the sky. Flex. Gently lowering back down. Awesome. Gently drawing up the leg. Beautiful tree pose. High to the sky. Flex with care. Lowering back down. Gently gliding up the leg. High to the sky. And flexing all the way back down. I say it like it's super far. All the way back down. Gliding up the leg. Sending the foot high to the sky. Flex. And lowering back down. All right, yogis. Take your time or speed it up. Up to you. This isn't synchronized swimming, so we don't have to look good. Yoga is about mindful practice. So get in your own zone. It may look simple, but there are a lot of things to think about in this particular asana. A few more. These yogis in the studio look amazing. Yes, girls. One more, make it count. Beautiful. And now for clams. So we're gonna bring the knees bent in front of us. I'm still using a hand for balance in front of me. And I'm gonna bring the toes up. They'll stay pointed and together. and the knees just open up and then close back together. Just opening and closing, and opening and closing. And sometimes synchronizing this with the breath can create a very calming and meditative effect, and sometimes offset the intense pain that can be caused, which creates great benefit. Inhale on the opening, exhale on the closing. Again, this is all about speed at the yogi's choice. Three more. All right, awesome job. Roll to your back. Take your left leg and point it high to the sky. And then take your ankle, your left ankle to your right knee. For that figure four stretch on this side. So send your left arm through that beautiful opening so you can clasp your hands together behind your right knee. And then gently with care, slowly pull your right leg into your chest cavity. Gently, just enough to feel a stretch on that sweet leg we just worked out so hard. And breathe into it. Awesome. Okay, send the legs long on the mat and we're going to roll to our tummies. Just rolling right over. We're going to send the one forearm stacked on top of the other forearm, crocodile pose. So my toes are going to face out, pointing away from each other. And I stack one forearm on top of the other. And my forehead's just going to rest right here. This is a resting asana, a resting pose with room for the heart space. Just take a few rounds of breath here and return to your satnam, your intention, your I am statement. I am healthy. I am complete. Noticing how the body, most especially the lower half of the body, feels. Send the arms long, point the toes. Our next asana is lotus pose. Several versions for lotus. I'd like to introduce the least difficult asana for lotus. The least difficult would be to just lift the arms or to just lift the legs. Lotus pose is fantastic for the lower back. If you have lower back problems, please take the least restrictive, which is going to be to just lift the legs or arms. The most intense would be to lift, of course, all four. Only hold it for as long as you are comfortable. It's an inhale breath to prepare for the lift and an exhale breath to actually lift. The inhale breath prepares you with the vital energy, the vital oxygen. So yogis, on an inhale breath to prepare, on an exhale breath, lift in whatever capacity you feel you can handle. Start off just with the hands. And then lower back down, placing the right cheek to the mat. Exhale. Take an inhale breath to prepare. And lift up for lotus. Perhaps maybe you just lift the feet now. Lowering back down, take the left cheek to the mat. And rest. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift up for lotus. Perhaps a full lotus. Breathe here. Lower back down, right cheek to the mat. One last time. In whatever capacity you feel is good for your body. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift up for lotus. Don't strain the neck. Keep a nice gaze down to the ground. Lower down whenever you're ready, but this is the last one. So hold for as long as you're comfortable. And when you're ready, lower back down, taking the left cheek to the ground. And lower back down, left cheek to the ground. Big inhale breath and exhale to let all of that tension go. Slide the arms back towards your sides with your hands right at your little cheeks, and then push back for child's pose. Round out that for your back. And yogis, we'll make our way to table. Hands underneath the shoulders and hips stacked on top of the knees. We're going to tuck our toes under and send our hips high for a downward dog. If this is a comfortable spot for you, this inversion pose, walk your dog out and really enjoy this asana. If this is not a good pose for you, sometimes shoulder issues may be an issue, may be a problem. Go ahead and walk the feet forward for a forward fold. If downward dog feels good, stay there for a minute and enjoy, and meet us in a forward fold whenever you're ready. We'll all meet in forward fold. So take your time arriving there. Downward dog feels really good for some people, but not for everyone. When you get to your forward fold, a generous bend in the knee might feel nice. Let your head go, your shoulders go. If you're in studio, I have blocks placed around. Feel free to even just stay in your forward fold to walk to your block, to bring the ground a little closer to you if that feels nice. Inversion poses in yoga are super healthy for the heart. They create the heart. They don't create the heart. They cause the heart to beat in a different fashion. It's almost like it makes its muscle react differently. So hanging in a forward fold is really a fantastic asana. We're going to do a halfway lift so no one passes out after a forward fold. A halfway lift, we slide the hands up the shins, coming to a neutral spine. So the spine becomes parallel to the ground. The crown of the head is going to face forward. And then on an exhale breath, come back to your forward fold. And then inhale, we'll come all the way up, bringing the hands wide, slowly rising up. Bring the hands all the way up to the sky. Palms will come to touch at the top. This is our upward salute, Ardha Hastasana. And then exhale, we're going to go all the way back down to the ground to a forward fold again, a swan dive all the way back down to the ground. This is our half sun salutation. We're going to get the heartbeat going a little bit. So inhale, halfway lift again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Wide and high go the hands. All the way up to the top, palms come together. And then exhale, swan dive, forward fold, all the way back down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, yogis. Gather up all this beautiful energy in the room. Palms come together at the top. Exhale, swan dive forward, all the way back down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, all the way up. Last time, gather all this energy up. Palms come together at the top. We'll stay here for one round of breath. And then bring the palms to touch. Tuck your thumbs into your heartbeat. Bow the head. Come back to your intention. I am. Yogi, step the right foot to the top of your mat. It doesn't matter which one's the top. Toes will point forward. The left or whichever foot is the back foot, step back at a 90-degree angle. We're going to find Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2. Arms will become parallel to the ground. I'm going to tuck that my belly button into my spine. My shoulders are going to drop away from the ears. I have some beautiful examples here in the studio. They look amazing. And we're going to just hold this warrior two position for a few rounds of breath. Just this asana creates strength in the shoulders, in the core, in the legs. The entire body benefits from this asana. Yogis, breathe here. One more round of breath. Your front hand, flip it up so that your palm is facing the sky. Reverse your warrior, touching your back leg with your back hand so that you get a nice side stretch in the front. Also, tuck the belly button into the core. This is a strengthening stretch as well. Now bring your front elbow to touch your front knee. Slowly with care. Really feel the strength you have in your front leg. The back hand, bring it high to the sky. And hold here for just a moment. Put a smile on your face, maybe. Now bring both hands to touch the ground. Rotate the back foot. Bring your front foot to meet your back foot. Gently with care, drip those knees down to the ground. And find yourself an easy seat. Sukhasana. An easy seat. Yogis, fingertips long to the ground. Inhale, we'll bring them up to the sky, palms come to touch. And on the exhale, we're going to open up to whichever side you choose and do a little twist here, the same way we began class with a spinal twist. Placing the hand on the opposite hand on the opposite.
Could you try again?
Oh, serious. We're gonna, the opposite hand on the opposite knee can add a little anchor for a little extra twist. Again, I want to point out, breathing here can feel a little restricted, but do it anyway. And just notice how interesting it is that our body does these things. Inhale, bring your palms back up to meet in the center. And exhale, open up to the opposite side. Inhale, back up to the center. Float the arms back down to your sides. And yogis, we're going to end just how we started in Shavasana. So all the way back down to the ground. Keep saying all the way, like it's so far. Gently rolling down to the ground. Hands down to the ground. You may decide to have the palms up versus down since you began the practice. Let your feet just flop open. Gently closing off the eyes. I'm going to ring this bell and just allow the sound of the bell to carry you all the way to the end. And allow your body to absorb the practice. It's just that, practice. We only get good at the things we practice. And you, yogis, you've done that today. You have shown up for yourselves and you have done the practice. I'll ring the bell and mind the time. You mind your thoughts. The best way to care for the future is to care for the present moment. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take a big, deep, refreshing breath in, cleansing the body of anything that no longer serves you. Exhaling out all the things that you wish to leave here on this mat. And know the feeling you have right now of calm, of self-care, of love, of that Sat-Nam. You can take this feeling with you throughout the rest of your day. And you can choose it any moment in your life. Roll over to your right side. Maybe make a pillow with your right arm. Taking your sweet, sweet time. And only when you're ready, just rising to an easy seat, Sukhasana. And we'll just take one last breath together, sending our arms long on the mat, just tickling the earth. Deep breath in, arms wide and high, palms together at the top. Anjali Mudra, allowing prayer hands to just gently pass by the face, tucking the thumbs into the heartbeat. Please know that the light in me bows and honors the light in me. Namaste. Thank you, yogis. Thanks for practicing with me today. Y'all are amazing and awesome and online.